All right, so we have some interesting vibes in Memphis right now. The Memphis Grizzlies have suspended Ja Morant over the weekend for conduct detrimental to the team because of how he reacted after their NBA Cup loss on Friday against the LA Lakers. Do you know NBA Twitter had to overreact to this all weekend? People were coming up trade ideas. Could they even trade Ja Morant? And we're going to do that for fun in today's Grizzlies rebuild. And we're going to trade away their best player, Ja Morant. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? The Grizzlies, they've been one of the more cursed teams in terms of injury luck over the last few years, and they're feeling that this year with an injury to Ty Jerome, an injury to Scottie Pippen, an injury to Zach Edey, Brandon Clark. And shout out to 2K not having start today fixed yet, but this team is 3-3 to start off the season. And there's not many teams out there that I think like would want to trade for Ja Morant. I feel like he's one of those players right now that he's more valuable on your team than he would be on another team. Ja Morant is getting paid decent amount of money over the next 3 years, so it's not like he's a pending free agent, somebody like Trae Young that would definitely hurt your value a little bit. Now, Ja Morant has been a different player over the last few years. He's dealt with that shoulder injury. He was banged up a little bit last year. He had the off-the-court suspension and all of that. It seems like he did peak around 2022 and in 2023, where Memphis was the 2 seed back-to-back seasons. That 2022 team that beat Minnesota in round 1, that was somewhat competitive against Golden State with like Ja, Triple J, Dylan Brooks. It felt like there was an identity being built in Memphis, and it really hasn't felt like that since. They lost to the 7-seeded Lakers in round 1 in 23, had the season from hell in 24 where everybody was hurt, and last year Memphis ended up losing in the play-in tournament. Who knows how this year's going to go? I love the Desmond Bane trade, I think, because when you looked at the Western Conference and what they had right there with Bane, Triple J, and Ja, I don't think they were ever beating OKC or Denver in the Western Conference playoffs, so I like them maybe using this as somewhat of a gap year because now from that Desmond Bane trade, you have more draft capital, you drafted Cedric Howard, you have Phoenix's first rounder this year, and you have your first rounder this year as well. And I think Memphis should be more competitive when like Zach Edey comes back, whenever that is, and when Ty Jerome is back. But today, we're going to be trading away Ja. I did do a Grizzlies rebuild a couple videos ago, actually pretty recently, where I kept Ja Morant. So if you want to see a rebuild with Ja, there you go. People will throw out Chicago. I don't know. They're liking Josh Giddey right now. I don't see that happening. Miami is an interesting team for sure. I don't know. Like, it's so tough to get a Ja trade done in the season. Like, I may have to wait till the offseason. Like, would Brooklyn want Ja Morant, but they just drafted like 3 point guards. The Pelicans could feel like a dumb team to pull the trigger on that, or the Sacramento Kings as well. Portland, like, this is an intriguing offer based off, like, Shaedon Sharpe, what he can be. Bilal Coulibaly. I mean, like, the Wizards don't have their franchise point guard, but, like, would that make any sense right now? All right, like, in the season, though, like I said, it's so tough to try to make a Ja trade. Like, maybe I end up trading him in the offseason where we know some of these guys are being drafted. Like, if you wanted to, I don't know if you'd want to pair up Ja and Levine, but, like, I'll take on DeRozan. Like, I'm not going to try to use Trade Finder for this, but, like, could I get Keegan? I don't know. Maybe I wait till the offseason, but I want to lose games as well because I want to get 2 top 10 picks. All right, so Karl-Anthony Towns wins NBA Cup MVP. The way the Knicks are playing this year, I don't really know if that's going to happen. All right, so we're 21-29 at the deadline, and in the Western Conference, that is the second worst record. So we're in this tier. Like, why is OKC 24-28? Shea didn't. All right, I need start today fixed here in 2K. What? Phoenix is 30-21. Oh my God, 2K. What? All right, well, how are they going to make the playoffs? That is ridiculous. Phoenix is really going to be a top 6 seed in this save. That is so dumb. That is so dumb. So I think we're just going to go to the end of the season and then the Ja Morant trade will come. Hopefully I can get peak value for him if he's averaging 30 and 7. And Nikola Jokic wins MVP. Cooper Flagg is your rookie of the year. Shout out to Scoot Henderson under Tiago Splitter. 6th man of the year. I wonder if 2K has actually updated. Ja Morant, top 5 player in the league. Yeah, people that are making trade calls, you guys should know that Ja Morant made all NBA first team this year. Jaren Jackson Jr., all defensive second team. And I probably should have went over this roster a little bit more, but like, I don't know, KCP's a lost cause. I don't think John Conchar is going to be much of a player, but Cedric Howard got off to a really good start this year with Memphis. Like, you really hope that Jalen Wells can still be a good perimeter wing for this team. Same with probably GG Jackson more than Vince Williams. And then you have Jaren Jackson Jr. still getting paid a ton of money. Probably never going to be a number 1, although he was a freaking beast this year, averaging 24 points. And like, we still have Zach Edey as like an enforcer, screen setter. And I'm intrigued to see how Memphis looks, you know, when like Zach Edey is back. And you guys probably are going to see this after they play Sunday without Ja Morant. So we'll see how they look in that one. Phoenix, I need you guys to lose here, please. Okay. We could get a lottery pick. LA, we are rooting so hard for LA. Actually, do we get Phoenix's? There could be a swap in there. Now I'm really gonna have to learn this. It's a swap worse between Phoenix and Well, if Orlando is bad, we get Orlando's pick. So it's basically between Phoenix, Washington, and Orlando. We get the second best one there. Oh, Phoenix is going to win. Oh, come on, LA. You couldn't beat them. Only saving grace is if Orlando didn't make the playoffs. Okay, well, we have another chance. We get Orlando's lottery pick potentially. And they were the 10th seed in the East. Please, Philly, beat them. Oh, my God. Please beat them, Philly. Philly, come on. Come on, Philly. Come on, Philly. Ah, you guys suck. Both Philly and LA just say, F you. You're not getting 2 lottery picks. You're getting just 1. All right, so I don't know. Whose ever pick is 15? I'm getting that one. Damn, I really thought that we were going to have 2 chances at getting a top pick in the draft, which is going to make things interesting for sure. The Memphis Grizzlies went 35 and 47. Wow. I may end up with like 7 and 15. That kind of sucks. And then you had a Battle of New York in the conference finals between the Knicks and the Nets. What is this save? And the Warriors are playing the Knicks. The Knicks sweep them, and Jalen Brunson is your finals MVP. Okay, so here we are, the start of the offseason where I'm going to be trading Ja Morant. No matter what, we are going to go that different route here. LeBron ends up retiring. Russ ends up retiring. Steph ends up retiring after losing in the NBA Finals. Loaded Hall of Fame class, that's for sure. And draft lottery. Now, maybe there's a team that gets a top pick that would trade it for Ja Morant. We'll see. Our pick is there at 9. That kind of sucks. And we do not get lucky. We have the 9th overall pick in this draft. And we're also going to have Orlando's pick at 15. 9 and 15. I'm thinking I can get like 2 and 6. 9 and 15 sucks. I mean, Indiana's not trading 1 for Ja. Maybe Portland or Miami would. Probably not Portland. You have Scoot playing at a good level. You have Dame. There is a chance Miami or Washington would. Maybe Utah. Maybe the Pelicans. Well, that would be Atlanta at 6. All right, so it is a new day for me. I wanted to have a fresh mind, you know, as I'm going to be trading away Ja Morant. It's going to be a big deal. So we're going to keep Tumas Isolo, obviously. And now let's trade Ja, who's got 2 years left on this deal. It obviously becomes easier after team player options, but I would maybe like to have some assets for the night of the 2025 draft. All right, so the Miami Heat had the 2nd overall pick, and this is something I could be interested in. Now, to get the money to work, I would have to take back Nikola Jovic, who's making $16 million a year. Maybe not worth that in 2K's terms, but he's off to a good start this year. We have Davion Mitchell's expiring. Hey, I'll need another point guard. And Andrew Wiggins, who's actually coming off a good year, who I think I would reroute. So I'm going to offer them this. We would... I mean, I have to get those other first round picks and I can throw them in that deal. I forgot, like I have like 7 and 15, right? They would counter it with Brandon Clark and a future first rounder for Norman Powell. That's encouraging though. I like that because getting the 2nd overall pick, I could work with that. But let me get those first round picks back in my possession. And I think I'm more than willing to do that trade. I mean, I don't really know if I want Norman Powell back. Like if you're willing to gut your roster that much, that's fine with me. So if we did Wiggins, I mean, do you prefer Wiggins or Powell? Because I'll take on Powell's contract instead. I think they prefer Powell. Yeah, too bad you don't have Terry Rozier's contract that you could throw in this deal. All right, so say we did Wiggins, Jovic, Mitchell, 26 first for Ja. I don't think I have any like cheap players I could throw in to get this deal to work. Like Cam Spencer, maybe. I do have pick 35 I can give you as well. Like I would love to have 3 first round picks. Would they do this deal? They would want Brandon Clark and the Orlando 29 swap best, which is a good pick, but who knows? Maybe we turn it around by then. I got to eat Norman Powell's large contract, which I think I could reroute him. Like, I'd probably reroute him and Andrew Wiggins with this deal. I'm okay trading away Brandon Clark. Throwing in that first hurts a little bit, but if that's, like, what's going to hold this deal up, like, would I rather move 15 than that future first? Probably. And then would I rather take on Norman Powell's contract for Brandon Clark? Maybe. I mean, can I keep these? So we did Clark. We did 15, Ja Morant. I go up all the way to 2 and I get 4 role players. They want a 2nd for Drew Smith. All right, let's do this trade. We'll give up pick 35. Ja Morant is now a member of the Miami Heat. I actually think that's a pretty good return. I just got the 2nd overall pick, so I'm either getting Darren Peterson or Cameron Boozer or AJ DeBanta, whoever I prefer. I have Norman Powell and Andrew Wiggins, who I could flip. We have still a young player, Nikola Jovic, from that deal, and a solid point guard in Davion Mitchell. I kind of like that. I did have to give up pick 15, but I'm okay with that. All right, so now this gives me a little bit more flexibility. I'm happy with that return. Who has the number 1 overall pick again? It's the Indiana Pacers, so they could definitely go either way here if they wanted to take a Darren Peterson. Well, they're probably not going to take Darren Peterson. They're either going to take the Banter or Boozer. Oh my God. All right. Well, I'm going to eat my words. I ended up taking Darren Peterson from Kansas. That's kind of who I wanted, honestly, going forward, because this could be like his team. And as much as I like Cameron Boozer, I just don't think, like, Cameron Boozer and Jaren Jackson Jr. is kind of an odd fit. So I'm actually going to go with AJ DeBanta, who we hope can be a number 1 scorer for us one day out of BYU. So we also are going to have the 9th overall pick in this draft. So I don't think I'm going to trade up for it at all. Cameron Boozer does go to the Portland Trail Blazers. JT Toppin goes 4 from Texas Tech. He's a good college player. I don't know if he's going to go that high. Braden Burries from Arizona goes to Utah. Mikael Brown Jr. to the Pelicans. Tomislav Ivicic goes to the Hornets. All right. Maybe that's a reach for positional value. I would have maybe gone Chris Sinak. So we have Nate Ament still on the board as well. Like, he's somebody that could definitely be the 4th overall pick in the draft. You have C-Dub, you have Jaden Queenance, you have Tonde Yesufu, who I really like. I mean, I'm interested about Darius Akuff. I would have loved Mikael Brown Jr. That would have been a really fun duo going forward. Kareem Lopez as well, just kind of like the swingman going forward. I mean, I don't think I'm going to land like a starter with this pick specifically. Like, maybe it's Nate Ament or Caleb Wilson, maybe best players available, or Jaden Queenance, but like, if we have Jaren Jackson Jr., we have AJ DeBanta, there's never really a clear fit for them. Like, I don't know if I would maybe play Tonde Yesufu at the shooting guard spot one day. Dash Daniels could be a really good complementary piece at the 2. You know, I'm going to take Dash Daniels. He's not playing the best right now in Australia offensively. We know he has a ton of defensive talent, and that's what we want to prioritize here. And the Thunder had like picks 10 and 11. They took Isaiah Harwell, and they took Nate Ament. 2 good picks there from Tennessee and Houston. Why would I not sign Dash Daniels? We're going to do that. Oh, I have too many players on my roster. Well, that's why. So we got Drew Smith in that trade. I'm going to release him. And yeah, let's do that. All right, so team player options, KCP opts in, no shocker there. Zach Edey, we're picking that up. Wells, Gigi, Scottie Pippen, and Vince Williams, we're going to pick those up as well. And then I will give Javon Small and PJ Hall the qualifying offers. Maybe OMP as well, but maybe I could renounce those rights. All right, so I wonder if I could take back maybe Caleb Martin and D'Angelo Russell here. D'Lo's got an expiring contract. He was a pretty good, like, inefficient scorer at times last year for the Mavericks. And Caleb Martin, who's an okay player, but he does have, I believe, 2 years left on the deal. I'm going to try to get out of the Norman Powell contract because right now he's got like the best years remaining of his career. He's coming off a really good season and he's got 3.5 star trade value. I wonder if I can get Martin, D'Lo. Do you have a first rounder that you could trade? Oh, you guys suck. You don't have a first rounder that you could trade. I don't know if there's really a young player that I want back. I think I would like to accumulate some draft capital going forward. So yeah, I don't think... All right, maybe we're going to try to trade him to a different team. All right, I'm going to try to trade Norman Powell to the Detroit Pistons for B-Ball Paul, his expiring contract, and 2 first-round picks, and they're going to say yes to that. The Pistons are usually good, so they're going to get a really good shot creator next to Cade Cunningham. And we're going to trade away Andrew Wiggins to the Portland Trailblazers. This team just added Cameron Boozer. They have Damian Lillard recovering from the Achilles injury. They're going to get a good wing in Andrew Wiggins, who can help them right now just try to be better in 2027. They're going to give me Jan Hansen. You have Donovan Clingan going forward as like your main guy. They drafted Luigi Suji, I don't know. They'll find another center. They have Cameron Boozer. And I'm going to get Boston swap worse with Milwaukee in 29. I don't know if I can get this one instead. I'd prefer the swap best in 28. They're going to say no. And then I'll reroute one of the Detroit picks for the swap worst. I'll do that. Yang Hansen Yang, welcome here to the Memphis Grizzlies. The team that technically traded down where he ended up because, well, Memphis traded up to get Cedric Howard. So going into next year's season, this team is going to look very different. We have Ty Jerome, Davion Mitchell, Scottie Pippen Jr. as point guards. KCP, I'm probably going to release at one point, and it's going to be a ton of Cedric Howard and Dash Daniels. We have DeBanta, Wells, Williams, Jackson, Aldama, Jackson, and Jovic. Ton of talent there. And then we have Edey, Reed, and Young Hansen. So I don't really want to sign anybody. I'm probably going to renounce the rights on Jock Wandale, on Olivier Maxence Prosper. We did create some nice trade exceptions we could use at the start of next year's offseason or at the trade deadline. Trae Young leave. The Hawks know he went back. Austin Reeves stays in LA, but goes to the Clippers. So PJ Hall got a deal from the Pacers. I let him sign there. Or just kidding. We had an option to match it, so I was. So now this is Jaren Jackson Jr.'s team. We'll see how we could be as a number 1 option. I mean, Triple J is 26. Like, I still think he has 5 good years at a high level left in this league. So I'm in no rush to trade him right now. And he still has 3 years left on that contract. And I think you can win a title with, damn, Morris Johnson got hurt. He was on our Summer League roster. But I think you could win a title with Jaren Jackson Jr. as your second best player. I think it's really tough to win a title with John Morant as your best player. And that's how it is currently in Memphis right now. So I think as long as you could find that number 1 where Jackson Jr. could still be his number 2, you're going to be okay going forward. Now, I don't know if that is going to be AJ DeBanta from us. I don't know. Like, I'm hoping AJ can be that type of scorer for us because in the modern NBA, hey, these scoring wings, these 3-level scoring wings are a lot more useful and can give you a higher ceiling than a John Morant, who's a point guard that has struggled to stay healthy, but besides the point, his bread and butter has been attacking the basket, which he's been doing less and less over the years, and he can't really shoot. So, and like the defense is subpar at times as well. I'm going to give Jaren Jackson Jr., GG Jackson, a 3-year extension. Try to buy low into him a little bit. Jalen Wells, I think I'm going to give him a 2-year extension as well. Hopefully kind of show our confidence in him in an expanded role with John Morant now in Miami. Vince Williams, I think I'm even going to bring back on a 2-year deal as a depth piece. So going into the season, not even off to a great start this year. I'm going to release KCP. And if I have to release somebody else, I'm going to release I have to release 4 guys. Okay. So we're going to release John Kachar. I love Cam Spencer at UConn, and I wish I could keep him, but I'm going to release him. I think I'm going to release Javon Small, sadly, because I think I might end up releasing, Javon Small, and then I have to release, I think, one more guy, correct? It's probably going to be B-Ball Paul. So let's do that. Or it should have probably been PJ Hall, not B-Ball Paul. So that's on me. All right. So we can pick up a Spencer or Javon Small throughout the season. I'm not I don't think both of them are going to get signed. Maybe neither of them get signed. So we're going to go Ty Jerome with the 1. I like that. Coward, DeBansa, Jackson Jr., Edie. Wells is going to play a ton off the bench. Aldama, I'm kind of out on a little bit. So he's going to get like 17 minutes a night. Maybe he gets like 15 minutes a night. Davion can get 15. Jovic can get 15. Maybe Scottie Pippen doesn't play. And yeah, like out of all these guys here, Young Hansen, like Aldama can kind of be a backup 5. It's not going to be pretty. Now, just wondering, like, how do I want to do these minutes? 30 for the Bance is fine. He's a rookie. We'll go 34 to Jackson Jr., 27 to Edie. We'll do 28 Coward, 27 to Ty Jerome. Like, would I rather give 7 more minutes to these guys or go to an 11-man rotation and get some, like, Young Hansen out there? Maybe we'll do that. I mean, injuries are going to happen throughout this year as well. I don't know who's going to have the high shot tendency. I guess we're going to operate with it being Jaren Jackson Jr. He's probably going to struggle as a number 1, but I'd like to at least see it out there. But yeah, like I don't want Jalen Wells to have a 36 shot tendency. What are we doing? And then Young Hansen or Hansen Yang is a 99 shot tendency. Why? All right, so we start the season at home against the Detroit Pistons, against the Grizzlies legend Norman Powell. We're going to end up kind of choking this fourth quarter away. We ended up losing by 25. So the Memphis Grizzlies here in 2027 do own our first round pick. We also own Detroit's first as well. When is our first win going to come? Okay. It was actually in game number 2 against Andrew Wiggins and the Portland Trailblazers, as Jaren Jackson Jr. had a really good game here. And we'll obviously keep an eye on the Miami Heat this year to see how they do with John Morant. See, like injuries are going to happen. GG Jackson breaks his leg early in the season, and like being out 6 to 8 weeks kind of sucks. So we're going to go a little bit more, I think, to Jovic. I want to see what he can do. We'll do about 10 to Young Hansen, and let's see what Vince Williams can do. Like I still think like Dash Daniels has plenty of time to develop. We're up to a 3-8 start this year, which is not great whatsoever. So if we go to player stats here, Jaren Jackson Jr. operating as a number 1. We like to see that. AJ, it will come. He's still a teenager. Shout out to Karl Anthony Towns winning NBA Cup MVP. We are 6-18 to start off the season, which makes sense. We are without John Morant, but I would say that the future feels a little bit brighter right now than it did a couple years ago, with this team kind of being stagnant I mean, they were back-to-back 2 seeds. Like, I'll give them credit, but the West has gotten a lot better with some teams around them that are also going to be better for a longer time. Like, yeah, I don't know. I guess, for example, I guess the Lakers with AD and LeBron, you thought would come and go, right? But they got Luka, so they're going to be there. Phoenix came and went. Denver's going to probably be good, but the Clippers can come and go with their older talent on their roster. Same with like Golden State, but San Antonio is going to be really good. Houston's going to be good. OKC is going to be good. As long as they have Jokic, Denver's going to be good as well. And now that the Lakers have Luka, they're going to be really good also. So Jaren Jackson Jr. has been our leading scorer. Shout out to Cedric Coward being our number 2 scorer right now. Ty Jerome, giving me good efficiency, kind of just like a veteran, a grown-up in the room, handling the team, although we are 6-18. Also, yeah, I do want to do a check-in on the Pistons because we own their pick. They are 17-11. And the Miami Heat with Ja are 13-11. Like, the floor spacing does not look pretty with Ja, Jaquez, Clark, Ware. Hero's a good shooter. They have Yakuchonis as a backup still. They signed Kevin Huerter, Aaron Wiggins. Those are good pickups, and then they're eventually going to get Bam back, who is banged up. All right, so at the deadline, we are 17-34. This is going to be a wash season for us. We are currently wow. The Denver Nuggets suck. I don't know how they're this bad. Portland is really bad as well. Utah's really bad. We are 17 games under 500. And we'd be getting like the 6th overall pick, 7th overall pick in the draft right now. That kind of sucks. That's even before the lottery. So I'm hoping I could maybe move Santi Aldama here at the deadline. He's got 1 year left. He might have 2 years left, but I do think somebody would take that on. Oh, it's a team option. I could definitely move him because I'm probably going to decline that option in the offseason. Davion Mitchell, unfortunately, just got hurt. I was going to think about moving his an expiring contract. So I don't know. He didn't really have much value either way. Scottie Pippen Jr., we could look to move, but I think I'm going to play him over Davion for the rest of the year anyway. Oh, okay. I might help out Philadelphia here. Paul George has 2 years left remaining. We're Memphis, right? We're not a big market team, nor are we in position to try to make a big splash. I could move Santi Aldama's expiring. Nikola Jovic's 4-year deal, who's a good young player still at 23, but I don't know how much I'm going to get out of that contract. Like, he's good playing 17 minutes a night, but is that worth it for 16 mil a year? I could eat Paul George's 2-year deal with the chance that he might retire at the end of the year, and I get the swap best between Philadelphia and Los Angeles in 29. Don't you have, like, their 28 pick as well? Oh, man, it's involved in a previous trade. I guess, like, they can't do, like, the Stepien roll with this one, because I would have loved that pick. Unless, like, could I give you the 28... No, I don't think I can give them, like, that pick, and I could take back that pick, unfortunately. All right. Could I maybe... I want to see if I can get, like, one more first, like your 2031 first, for taking on Paul George's contract. Let's see, would they do this? They would want the swap worse for Jabari Walker. I don't really have seconds I could throw in here. And I don't know if there's, like, a really bad pick I would throw in this deal as well. Let me see. If I threw in, like, 1 second, does that deal get done? They would want that first. Okay. So let's just do that original trade here. We're able to use the trade exceptions from Andrew Wiggins and Norman Powell to get this done, and they are going to agree to that. So, yeah, Paul George is now a Memphis Grizzly. He's 36 years old, 77 overall. There's a chance he retires at the end of the year, which would be nice. But, yeah, I'm hoping I just got a first-round pick out of it. So, for the second half of the year, Santi Aldama ends. Like, he's been here since 2021. I'm going to go 32 to Coward, 34 to DeBanza, 34 to... Jaren Jackson Jr. is fine. I think I would like to go a little bit more to Jalen Wells, who's playing well this year. No pun intended. Scottie Pippen can get about 15. We're going to go about 19 to GG. I think we're going to go... It's so hard to get Hansen Yang to be a good shooter in this game. It's really unfortunate. I'm going to go about 16 or 15 to Dash Daniels throughout the rest of the season, just to see what he could do as a 2-guard. So that's going to be for us. I'm not going to trade anybody else, and let's hopefully lose more games in the second half. All right, and we're about to finish up this season. The second half was not kind to us either. We're currently 32 games under 500 right now. We're going to lose close to 60 games. We can't physically get there, but we are going to lose as many as you can get before that. We're going to lose 59 games this year. Luka, skinny Luka, first MVP of his career with the LA Lakers. Darren Peterson, not AJ DeBanza, takes home Rookie of the Year. I mean, him and Halliburton in that backcourt is electric. Edgecombe, 6th Man of the Year. Wemby, Depoy. Ace Bailey, Most Improved. Cade gets Clutch Player of the Year, playing with Norman Powell. And we, I don't think are going to get any awards. I mean, we're definitely going to get, like, DeBanza on All-Rookie, I would say first team. John Morant, All-NBA second team. He was All-NBA first team last year and averaged 30 and 7 this year. Yeah, he's a superstar. Maybe you could say he's a superstar. Did we get Triple J on an all-defensive team? We do. Cool. Still a top 10 defender in the sport. We get AJ DeBanza on All-Rookie first team. Need that three-point shot to come around. Need that free throw percentage to come around. But he's going to have a probably even more expanded role next year in year number 2. We didn't get Dash Daniels anywhere. So we have Detroit's first rounder from the Powell trade. It's going to be in the 20s. Miami ended up as a 5 seed with John Morant. They are at... Okay, Bam is starting. I was like, oh, damn, is Bam hurt that long? They do have an injury to Brandon Clark, unfortunately. And I think Kevin Huerter as well. We're rooting for Ja, right? I think we got a really good return for him. So I'm hoping that they can go far. I'm encouraged about this team going forward. Like Paul George, I'm either going to release him or he's going to retire. So he's not going to be on the roster next year. But I think everybody else will have a home here. We got to figure out if Edey's like a long-term starter or a long-term backup. Where did we finish in the West? We finished as the 14th seed. Wow. Denver was not bad. So we finished with the second worst record in the NBA. So at worst, we'll fall to 6. So we're going to get a top 6 pick in this draft. And let's see who wins the 2027 NBA Finals. The Miami Heat lost to Cleveland in 5, unfortunately. We'll see how far Norman Powell goes, as Portland with Wiggins didn't make the playoffs. All right. Are the Pistons going to go to the finals? Wow. They came back down 3-1 to take on the Dallas Mavericks. Jalen Duren, 16 and 18. He gets Conference Finals MVP over Cade. So Norman Powell is kind of like a backup on this team. He was pretty good in the regular season. They're starting Keon Ellis over him. And will he help them get a ring? No, they got swept by the Dallas Mavericks, unfortunately. Anthony Davis, 26 and 11. He averaged 5.6 stocks a night and shot 37% from 3. That's insane. So let's go to the offseason. I'm going to lose a lot of my improvements here. Not surprising, though. This team is kind of a dumpster fire at the moment in terms of probably their financials. Maybe we're losing a little bit of fan interest as well. Like, AJ DeBanza isn't the guy yet, but once he becomes the guy, I think he can become as beloved here in Memphis as John Morant once was. So, James Harden ended up retiring. Actually, didn't check, but did Paul George retire? He usually retires, but not lucky for me. All right, so, oh, no, Paul Reed retired, who was not really a Grizzly. All right, so Paul George does not retire. I'm going to release him, but that is going to be $55 million on the books that I was hoping wasn't going to be, but as a rebuilding team, that's how we should operate. Get first rounders for a guy and take on bad contracts. So we're projected number 2. I'm going to watch 14. I'm going to watch 13, and let's see what ends up happening. So Boston is picking there at 14. 13, is it going to be Brooklyn? It is, yeah, technically going to be Brooklyn, and we get number 1. Folks, that's how you do it. I don't know why that's the strat. I get lucky with it. So I watched the first 2, and then I end up getting number 1 here. Wow, every pick from 23 on is owned by a different team. Almost every non-modern pick outside of Golden State, Orlando, and Toronto is owned by a different team. So we're going to have Detroit's pick at 24. And yeah, we just got the number 1 overall pick, which I don't know if there's like a clear guy that I want in this draft. I was hoping there was maybe going to be a better center in the 27 class, because Tyrone Stokes could be the guy, but we also have like Jaren Jackson Jr. and AJ DeBanza. That's why I don't think I'm going to take Mika Murnin. I think Brandon McCoy, the best point guard, is somebody I could take at number 1, though, or should I think about trading down? Like, if I go to any mocks, is Brandon McCoy projected to go in the top 2 in any of these? No. So, like, do I trade down to, like, the Pelicans at 3? Because I would not mind with McCoy being our next point guard. I mean, Josh Giddey's like a 6'8" Steve Nash. I just trade for him. All right, so I think the Pelicans at 3, like, I don't want to overthink this and, like, screw myself over. So if I went to the Pelicans and I wanted 3, I wanted... Can I get your 28 first as well? Like, I'll do that for number 1. Kind of like what the Sixers and the Celtics did in 2017. Would they do that? They don't. They want to give me Trey Murphy. I don't really want Trey Murphy right now. All right, you know what? We're just going to take Brandon McCoy number 1. We'll take our guy. A little bit positional over best player available, but if he can be our franchise point guard, it's exactly what we need here. 6'6" out of Auburn. Let's snag him here. And then number 2 is Mika Murnin. So the Pelicans maybe get the best guy at number 3 in Tyrone Stokes. And then later in the draft, I took somebody who I don't think is a freshman. It says he's 18, but I'm pretty sure he's playing this year for Syracuse in Sadiq White. So Brandon McCoy, Sadiq White, welcome here to the Memphis Grizzlies. Edie, welcome back. Howard, welcome back. Howard, welcome back. Or Jerome, yeah. Paul George, he opted in, to no surprise. I'm going to pick up that team option on Pippen and Hansen, but Hansen might not even play next year. He could be like the 3rd string center. All right, so going into next year's season, like, we do have 3 point guards, with McCoy probably starting, Pippen being the 3rd stringer. I like our 2 guards. I'm actually going to just release Paul George right now. We have Wells, DeBanza, and Vince Williams. We have White, GG, and Triple J. I think I'm going to try to maybe sign like another center. Like, I don't think I'm bringing back Davion Mitchell. I could sign Zach LaVine. I'm good. Like, Brook Lopez, Why don't we bring back Brandon Clark? I don't think that hurts at all. So let's bring back Brandon Clark on a 2-year deal with a team option. Knows the system. Maybe a fan favorite. I don't really know at this point. So we digged in a little bit to these trade exceptions for the Paul George trade. I don't think I'm going to use too much more of it. All right, so we got Brandon Clark. Anybody switching up here? No, Giannis stays, Jokic stays, Kat stays, Kyrie stays, KD stays. Tower Hero leaves the Heat. He goes, I don't want to play with Johnny Moore, and he joins the Clippers, who signed Reeves last year and maybe James Harden. All right, so here at player progression, Jaren Jackson Jr. regressing a little bit. AJ's up to an 85, Coward's up to an 80, Wells is up to an 80 as well. I'm really excited about this season. All right, so we could lock up Jaren Jackson Jr. I'm not going to do that. Edie, if I could front load that, I'll front load a 4-year deal for Zach Edey, where it kind of becomes like a Mitchell Robinson extension from the Knicks a couple years ago. I'll even throw a team option on that. So he's going to accept that. I actually think that's a pretty fair trade for both sides. I'm going to bring back Ty Jerome as like just a nice backup point guard on a 2-year deal. I'll even make it like a team option for us. And I think I will be good. Yeah, Scottie Pippen, I think I'll eventually let become a free agent. Maybe have a more expanded role somewhere else. So I'm excited here about the 2028 season. Maybe we make the play-in tournament. I don't know. I can't say that with like the utmost confidence, but I'm excited about the roster. I do want to play the young guys. So like Brandon McCoy, starting point guard, Coward, Debanza, Triple J, Edey, with Wells as the 6th man. I like GG having like a more expanded role as well. So let's go about like 30 to Coward. How many guys do I want to play here? I think if we want to win, I should probably go with Clark over Young Hansen. So I think that's what I'm going to do, sadly. I do want to get, out of all these guys here, Dash Daniels into the rotation. He's going to play about 16 minutes a night. We'll do this 10-man rotation. Edey can get 28. We'll go 33 to Triple J, 33 to Debanza, 25 to McCoy. That's good with me. System proficiency, 3 stars under 2 months. Isolo. And we are going to start off the season. Don't say 0-2. Don't say 0-2. Don't be 0-2. 0-2. And yeah, we lose Ty Jerome 2 to 4 months with a left humerus fracture. Like, that's a big blow because Ty Jerome is as good of a backup point guard as you can get. So we are going to get Scottie Pippen Jr. in there. All right, look who just won NBA Cup MVP. Ja Morant of the Miami Heat. He's off to a really good start this year. All right, so we did just get Ty Jerome back, and we are 17 and 34, pretty much in an area where we were last year, unfortunately. Now, Jaren Jackson Jr. is still the leading scorer of this team. Agent advance of those, averaging 17 points, 6.7 rebounds. The at the rim, like, percentage, 2-point percentage is going up, but, like, the 3-point percentage isn't. The free throw percentage is, like, it stayed the same at least. It's not going down. Such a coward is just an efficiency god, and we know that. Like, GG shooting 42% from 3 off the bench for us. Zach Edey's averaging a double-double. Brandon McCoy, not too bad for a rookie guard whatsoever. I would like for Dash Daniels to be a little bit better, but overall, I think this has been a good season. We're at the trade block, or at the trade deadline. The only guy I think I would move, like, I would move Young Hansen. I would move Scottie Pippen Jr. And we're actually going to do this trade with the Phoenix Suns. A little bit more of an impactful trade than I thought, but we're going to move Hansen and we're going to move Scottie Pippen Jr. for Oso Ighodaro. He's having a good year for them, but it's going to more so be like a 3rd or 4th string center for us. And Mark Williams, who is under contract for the next 2 years. We can even look to move him in the offseason if we wanted to. And I think just gives us a valuable asset. So I think down the stretch, like Clark's been fine this year, but I'm going to go and give Mark Williams a decent amount of playing time. I'm probably going to go like 10 to Dash Daniels. We'll go like 18 to Mark Williams because we got about 18 to Zach Edey right now. Ighodaro could be our 3rd string center next year if we wanted to bring him back and move on from Brandon Clark. Oh my God, man. Ja has been incredible today. Like, he was an all-NBA first-team guy for us in 26. He just won MVP for the Miami Heat. Well, I guess I should have gotten more than the number 2 overall pick for an MVP. This is like, I don't know. But I still think like we're okay going forward. But is this now on the level of like the Paul George Shea trade? I traded away a future MVP who just averaged 36 points per game. Kind of insane. Kind of insane. All right. Usually it's like, I feel bad if I like rob some other teams. I'm glad like they kind of made out in this deal. Shout out to Jeremiah Fears winning most improved. Yeah, John Morant, all NBA first team. It's insane to look at right now. Cooper Flag, all NBA 3rd team. Do we get Triple J on an all defensive team? We do not, but we did get Brandon McCoy, all rookie first team, good, 10 points, about 6.5 assists, 48, 35, 75 splits. He did not win rookie of the year. I think that went to Baba here in Denver, who averaged about 15 and 7. So unfortunately, we did not make the playing tournament this year. I'm like 99% sure I own my 1st round pick, but I probably should have double checked that. Now we did win 34 games, which is an 11 win increase from last year. So we're going in the right direction right now. It's not like we have an aging roster, so I'm not really worried about losing anything specific. Or like regressing at any point next year. And I think we still have a bunch of roster flexibility with young guys, tradable contracts, stuff like that. I think we have like that Milwaukee pick swap with the Portland Trailblazers. I think, don't quote me on that, but both those teams finished like dead. I think we're in an okay spot right now. So let's go here into the playoffs. We'll see if John, the Heat, can get out of round 1. They do. They're in the conference finals and they're in the NBA finals. Okay, you could stop now. This is basically Shea and the Thunder in 2025, where he wins MVP. He won Cup MVP, John Morant, Conference Finals MVP. He'd actually won up Shea if they beat the Mavericks. Rematch in 2011, same team wins. Dallas beats Norman Powell, former Grizzly, technically last year. They beat John Morant this year. I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. We're eventually going to have to get through Cooper Flag here in the West. What the hell did I trade away? Why did I just trade away like the greatest player of all time? All right, we're getting some improvements back. That's good. I don't think I'm going to get fired. Brook Lopez, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal retire. Paul George had to have retired, right? Paul George didn't retire this year. I don't even know what team he was on. Okay. Jordan out retires. He said, I've seen enough. KD and Damian Lillard head to the Hall of Fame. Who retired Kevin Durant's jersey number? The OKC Thunder. Like, I don't know if that's going to happen. So let's see the lottery now. We are, I think we have possession of that number 1 pick. That's what I wanted here. And our pick is there at number 7. Let's just watch. Oh no, we were in possession of number 2. Sorry. So let's watch 14. We're going to watch 13. Sacramento at 14. I don't want anything to change though. Once like that changes, then I think I screw myself up. All right, we stay at number 2. I'll take that. That's actually my pick. My pick went up from whatever it was, like 7 to 2. And we also have the 4th overall pick in this year's draft as well. We'll see if it's like I don't know. Usually there's like a goated center in these auto-generated ones. It's actually a goated point guard, Cole Boeheim. He looks pretty good. All right, I would probably take him if he fell to 2. I wouldn't mind taking Desmond Smith, though. I don't know what Charlotte is going to do with the number 1 pick because they do have LaMelo Ball. There's some good free agent head coaches here, but I think I may just keep Tomas Isalo. I always kind of butcher that. So if I could find him. And this is the last year of the Jaren Jackson Jr. contract. I don't think he's like tapered off at any bit. I think I would not mind extending him. Can I actually do that right now? I can't. So pre-draft workouts, I think Boeheim, Smith, Rodney Quinn could be a good player. Like, I don't mind drafting a center. So let's kind of scout out these guys. I'm really intrigued to see what Charlotte does number 1. Desmond Smith. I mean, that's probably who I like. Would I trade up to number 1? I don't know. Like, will they take Cole Boeheim or will they take Desmond Smith? That I don't know about. So I don't think it would cost me 4 to move up. But let's say if we wanted to guarantee ourselves Desmond Smith. Actually, no. Let's just see who they take. And I mean, I took Brandon McCoy 1 last year, right? So can I still trade for number 1 here? I don't know. Like, would I move on from Brandon McCoy as a starter? Like, could I make Brandon McCoy a shooting guard? I don't really know right now. Like, could Mark Williams, do you want Mark Williams back? Mark Williams and number 2 to guarantee myself Desmond Smith at number 1 feels risky. I mean, I don't know if I have anybody else I could throw in this deal and then I can move Mark Williams somewhere else. I mean, Brandon McCoy's already making $17 million as a number 1 pick. It's a lot of money. I could give you Sadiq White, who I drafted. Do I run the risk? All right, let's just run the risk that they don't take Desmond Smith. Okay, they take Cole Boeheim out of Florida, who's probably the best player in the class. I didn't know what they were going to do with LaMelo Ball, so I'm going to take Desmond Smith, the big out of Tennessee. Number 3 is going to be Rashid Singleton out of Auburn. I think I would have taken him. He's 23 years old, though, so not a lot of room for growth. So we could take another center in Rodney Quinn. I could trade this pick. Who the hell knows at this point, right? Like, do we Malcolm Landry? Oh, 6'5", Ray Allen ceiling. Drazen Petrovic is his floor. Petrovic is one of the greatest shooters of all time. That is going to be an easy pick for me, actually. Shout out the Bonnies. All right, so I don't know what that means. Okay, he's a little bit of a developmental guy. I don't know what that means for Dash Daniels, but we took Malcolm Landry. We have Desmond Smith. DeBanza, Coward, I'll bring back. Clark, no. Daniels, yes, but he could be on, like, trade watch at one point as well, because I don't know if Landry's going to play a ton next year. John Morant's a free agent, Miami. Oh, my God. Why aren't you offering him a contract? He just won MVP for you. John might go to LA. That would be kind of insane. Iguodaro wants a little bit of money. I don't mind actually bringing back Iguodaro and then as like a third string center, just in case like Smith gets hurt or Zach Edey gets hurt. But if I'm going to do that, I'm also going to trade away Mark Williams. And we're going to trade him to the Washington Wizards for a 2030 lottery protected first and Moussa Diabate. Can I just get the lottery protected first? Let's do that. Cool. So Kids Diabate, like, I didn't really need him at the moment. I think I was going to end up just trying to trade him eventually as well. So we're going to bring back Iguodaro. We're going to renounce the rights on Clark and PJ Hall. We did create a $14 million trade exception, which I also value maybe more than Diabate going forward. Ja, I guess, is going to be a Laker. Why would you choose him over Luka? Him and Luka are going to change places. Okay, I mean, is Ja better than Luka? Those are the last 2 MVP winners. So right now we do have 3 centers going into next year. We have 3 power forwards, 3 small forwards, 3 shooting guards, 2 point guards. I think we're good to go. Yeah, so that Andrew Wiggins pick got me that 4th pick, which is Malcolm Landry. Who knows if he's going to be, like, great. So player progression, AJ's up to a 90. Hopefully this is going to be his team this season. This is a really good roster, and I'm excited about the 2029 season. All right, so before this season starts, can we extend AJ? We can't. We can extend Jaren Jackson Jr. Let's do that. Let's do, like, 31 mil a year. I think his player option gets picked up, whatever. 4 years, 152. I'm fine with that. Cedric Coward. Oh, this is a good price. We'll get him in at, like, 15 mil a year. Kind of similar to like the Jovic contract. So let's do that for 4 years. He was a little bit on the older side too, coming out of Washington State. Jalen Wells, we don't need to re-sign, and we don't have to cut anybody, which is nice. I don't have to break any bad news to anybody before the season starts here in 2029, where I said last year I thought we could make the play-in tournament. I think that should be the case this year. They want to go with Ty Jerome as a starter. I would like to go to Brandon McCoy, my number 1 pick. I don't think I'm going to play Landry, the number 4 pick, which it's kind of like Reed Shepherd-esque of the 2025 Rockets. So let's go a decent amount to McCoy. We're going to play Coward. Yeah. Let's go like 15 to Daniels. We'll go like 18 to Smith. That's fine. I would like to go a decent amount to Triple J, and I'd like to go a decent amount to AJ DeBanza. So maybe we'll do something like that. 35 to AJ. I think it's about to be his team. All right. So we start off the season against the Nets, the Jazz, and the Cavs. All right, we lost to the Cavs by 4. AJ had 36. We lost to the Jazz by 10. AJ had 29. We lost to the Nets by a decent amount. AJ had 34. Okay, AJ is averaging 33 to start off the year. Play 5 games in 1 week. That's kind of ridiculous. And we ended up going 1-4 in those 5. That's a Tower Hero winning NBA Cup MVP for the Clippers, and we are not bad. We're like mid right now. We're 13-14. We're the 10th seed, but we have a 4.0 point differential, which is encouraging for sure. Like, better than the 5-seeded Denver Nuggets. Do we own our first round pick this year in 2029? I thought we did. It's a swap worse, but I did trade away that swap, right, in the Ja Morant trade. So we actually don't own our first round pick this year. Okay. I thought by 2029 we're going to be good. Damn, the Jazz are 4-23. We ended up beating them. So hopefully we're 14-14. We are 16-14. All right, maybe this can be the year that we are going to make the playoffs. We do have a young roster, and this is going to feel like 2021, 2022 Memphis all over again. And we are above 500 at the deadline. We are 29-24, which is the 6th seed in the West. We have the 4th best point differential in the Western Conference as well. AJ Debanta, it is his team. 26 points, 8 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 55, 27, 83 splits in 33 minutes a night. I like Jaren Jackson. Triple J as a number 2 rather than a number 1. 50, 44, 86 splits for Jalen Wells. Brandon McCoy is averaging 7.5 assists a night. Cedric Howard kind of banged up right now. Still an efficiency god for us. Zach Edey, bruiser inside. Desmond Smith, I think is going to be maybe our starter one day, but I don't mind him as a backup to Edey right now. I don't think I'm going to make any trades. I mean, if we look at potential free agents at the end of the year, it's not anything of note. It's basically Vince Williams Jr., and we're kind of past that 2024 season. Like, we are 5 years removed from that, so maybe time to move in a different direction. I don't know if there's any, like, contract extensions I want to get done with. Wells, GG, now we can worry about that later. And then I wanted to see, we don't have anybody in award races. Cole Boeheim is the number 1 rookie. That's what I wanted to see. He's really good. We actually don't even have Desmond Smith there. I wanted to see where Ja Morant ended up. Kate is just averaging a light 38 a night. If I went to the Lakers, who are terrible, they did sign Ja Morant. Okay, I don't know why you would leave Ja. I mean, maybe you like LA over South Beach. Miami signed they did sign Luka Doncic. So they basically just traded teams. All right, so unfortunately leading up, I mean, Jalen Wells is out 8 to 10 weeks, I think that said, which is brutal, man. I mean, it's not the worst injury in the world, but it's not the best. Yeah, he might be banged up for the playoffs, which kind of sucks. We're here in, like, March, so he's not, like, done. Dash has been better this year, which is good. So we're going to go a little bit more playing time to GG and Dash. I don't think I'm going to really expand the rotation too much. Do I want to go, like, 7? Let's see what Landry can do. Why not? He was the 4th overall pick. We are 37-28, though. We're the 6th seed. I'm hoping we could stay that or better right now. All right, so Wemby wins MVP. Cole Boeheim is your Rookie of the Year. Mikael Brown Jr., 6th Man of the Year. I tried to draft him back in 2026, but he was off the board. Do we get any Grizzlies here? There's Ja Morant in LA, who got hurt. Not a great first year in LA for him. Cameron Boozer's on All-NBA second team. AJ Debanta, All-NBA 13, 26 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Not a great three-point shooter, which can limit us for sure. I was hoping he was going to be a little bit better of a shooter. Right now, he is not. And we finished as the 4th seed, though, so we are at least playing in the playoffs this year here in 2029. We go 49-33. We had the 3rd best point differential. Nope, I lied. 4th best point differential here in the Western Conference. We are going to be without Jalen Wells for the next 2 to 4 weeks, unfortunately. So unless we made it to the conference finals or deep into round 2, he's pretty much done. But we were healthy outside of that for most of the year. Did Landry knock down his shots? Kind of did in about 6 minutes a night. We are going to go with the 9-man rotation because we got backup guards, we got backup wings, we got backup bigs. Here, I'm going to go about 30 to McCoy, 37 to Debanta. We'll go 35 to Triple J. Smith, I'm going to go a little bit less to, go about 30 to Edey. And then I think GG could be our 6th man in like that Jalen Wells role. So we're taking on the Clippers, who have such a different team. We know that they're going to have a different team in 2 years with their current aging roster. They have Reeves and Lowry. They have Sean Abev playing at Cincy this year. Game 1, we lose by 7. Wow, I was not intimidated by this team, but Hero was like, you know what? I'm the best player in this series because they're going to go up 2-0 on us. Hero drops 34. Okay, game number 3. Wow. I would like to... Jeez, we lost by 10. All right. Lost by 7, lost by 12, lost by 10. Like, these are winnable games. Don't get swept. Okay, we're going to get probably gentlemen swept. We scored 42 in the 4th quarter. AJ with 31, 9, and 9. I mean, he's been all right. He just can't hit his threes. Game 5. Okay, we just won 2 unanswered. He doesn't hit his threes, but goes 13 and 20 from the field. What are the odds we can come back down 3-0 against this Clippers team, which I didn't think was the most intimidating team in the world? I'll take that first half. I'll definitely take that first half. We are... Oh, man, you're blowing it in the 3rd. Okay, and they blew it. I was going to say, we're 1 quarter away from advancing to a Game 7. It's going to happen. Wow, we really tried our hardest to choke that, and we didn't. We're going to a Game 7. We were down 3-0, and we just won 3 unanswered. Can we beat LA at home, too? Game 7 is in Memphis to advance to round number 2, and the Clippers, who have blown plenty of 3-1 leads in the past, could be blowing a 3-0 lead right now. We're up by 7 with 8 to go. I mean... Don't you? Wow. We actually came back down 3-0. That is really embarrassing for the LA Clippers. Jaren Jackson Jr. drops 40, knocks down 8 threes. AJ knocks down 13 free throws. He had 6 offensive rebounds, and we're taking on the San Antonio Spurs in round number 2. AJ averaged 27 points in round number 1 against the Clippers. I don't know if somebody got hurt for them, but that is a brutal choke job. That really is. What is our status on Wells? 1 to 2 weeks, he will be back against the Spurs, who have Victor Wembanyama, obviously like maybe the scariest player on the planet. And let's see what happens. Game 1, we win. Okay, is Edie the Wemby stopper? We're about to find out. Can we win game 2? No, we lost by 9 in this one. Wow. Yeah, those 4 did well, but wasn't enough. We do lose game 3 by 40. AJ had 37. Game 4, Wells is healthy. Like, how do I fix this? I don't know. I think I'm going to go a little bit less. I might actually just replace Dash with Wells, to be honest with you. I don't think I want to go with too deep of a rotation. I'm going to go about 17 to GG, and we'll do like 18 to GG. That's fine with me. All right, game number 4, Wells is back, and we win. 48 for AJ DeBanza in this one. Wells wasn't great, but hey, we won. Coward had 27. McCoy had 14 assists. Wemby only had 17. Game 5, we take a 3-2 lead. We won by 1. Oh my God. We outscored them 41-29 in the 4th. 26 for AJ. Wow. 7 assists for McCoy, 16 for Coward, 14 boards for Edie. Can we win game 6 at home? I have a feeling we're going to blow a 3-2 lead. I mean, I just feel like we're too young right now to go to the conference finals. We're definitely losing game 6 at home. So game 7 on the road, like the vibes, I don't know. We're not going to be favorites in this game. We're going up against Victor Wembanyama on the road. I mean, we've won a road game before in the playoffs. So in San Antonio, it's not impossible. And we're up by 25 in a third. Okay. I said we were cooked, and I don't think we're cooked, guys. I think we're actually about to go to the conference finals in 2029. All right, we won by 20. Now I'm glad. I'm like, I don't care. I know I'm my first round pick. Look at this big 4 of Coward, McCoy, AJ DeBanza, and Jaren Jackson Jr. I keep thinking I have Drew Smith still on the team, but it's Desmond Smith. And we beat the we're taking on the Trailblazers, excuse me. Cameron Boozer, the 3rd overall pick, versus AJ DeBanza, the number 2 overall pick. Let's do this. You have 3 versus 4 over there, 3 versus 4 over here. Could we advance to the NBA Finals? I mean, I don't think it's impossible. We're up 1-0, and I just lost my starting point guard for a broken toe. Brandon McCoy, done. That is unfortunate. All right, geez. So I think we're going to go with, yeah, obviously Ty Jerome's going to start. I don't really have a good 3rd string point guard, right? Dash is probably going to take those minutes. Yeah, that is pretty brutal, losing Brandon McCoy. Ty Jerome's good, but he's not as good as Brandon McCoy. At least we won game 1. He got hurt. He played most of the game. We won by 17. We're going to win game 2 by 21. Wow. 79 combined between GG and DeBanza. Or, excuse me, Triple J and DeBanza. I keep doing that. AJ, we have like a JJJ. We have a GG. We have an AJ. We are up 3-0 on the Portland Trailblazers. And we just swept them. Okay, what a playoff run. You're down 3-0 to the Clippers. I'm like, all right, I gotta be aggressive in the offseason or something. Then we come back and win. We beat the 1-seeded Spurs, and then we swept the Blazers. We're taking on, I think, Chicago, unless they blow a 3-1 lead. They do not. We're taking on, okay, so 2 guys from the 26 class, Sanak and DeBanza, conference finals MVPs. Who's on this team? Reed Shepherd, Jaden Ivey. Like the Bulls, man, they're so good at 2K with like the most mid rosters on paper. I mean, they're kind of performing well in real life, right? With a roster not a lot of people were thinking was going to be as good as they are. They're going to be without Patrick Williams. We're going to be without Brandon McCoy. And yeah, let's see what can end up happening. Ty Jerome hopefully can kind of step up with an increase in workload. He did struggle a little bit. I don't really have a good option to go outside of that, but we'll see how this goes. We do win game 1 by 10. Jeez, man, what a run this team is having right now. Game 2. We have yet to lose in the conference finals or NBA finals. Jalen Wells just dropped 32. Game 3, we do lose this one by 23. All right, game 4, yes. I feel like this is our best chance. Like, I don't know how, I don't even think this was like an easy run. Maybe Clippers in round 1, Blazers in round 3, Bulls in round 4 was nice to us. Sure. I mean, I don't know who's like the scary team. Like Indiana probably terrified me. Yeah, definitely more scary than Chicago. We could definitely blow a 3-1 lead and watch it happen. All right, we're up 3-2. Agent Advance is playing through an injury now, so we're already down our starting point guard, and our best player is playing with a bruised tailbone. Please don't go to a game 7. All right, I'm actually terrified right now because I do feel like we're going to go to a game 7. Nope. We're up by 14 with 5 minutes left. We're up by 11. We're up by, what is that, 11 with 2:19 to go. All right, and we're on the road here. Ty Jerome is currently in. I mean, Reed Shepherd, not the most athletic guard to have to, like, face, so I think that's fine. They also, is that Bennett Sturts, number 11? That might be. So they have Sturts, Giddey, and Reed Shepherd. Just so many white point guards, and Shepherd is going to score right there. So, hey, it's a 9-point game, 2 minutes left. They're probably going to throw a press out there. Is that, I think that is Bennett Sturts. All right, Dash, go to the rim, kick it to Wells. I probably shouldn't shoot that. Okay, thank God it goes in because I didn't waste any time whatsoever. He knocks down a 3, gives us back a 12-point lead, 1:50 to go. They have Derek Lively and Chris Sinak on the floor, kind of going double big. Shepherd blows right by Ty Jerome, who's not a great defender. I mean, I just don't know if I would want, like, I don't know, Dash playing point, Wells or Coward playing point right now. And I think AJ DeBanza ended up fouling out in this one too, which is unfortunate. All right, Edey and Ty Jerome pick and roll. Edey just sets like too good of screens. Nothing going for us right there. Wells is going to have to do another catch and shoot 3. Oh my God, if that went in, that would have been nuts. All right, still a 10-point game, 80 seconds left. We just can't let them score quickly. Who's that foul on? That was a charge on Bennett Sturts. Wow, okay. I think we caught a little bit of luck right there. Chicago obviously making it to their first finals in over 30 years, like 1998 to 2021. Or excuse me, 2029, kind of crazy. We got a couple screens here. Efficiency God for 3. Cedric Coward, you know that's going in. Wow, he's too good, man. He's too good. He's got 17 in this one. Probably the dagger here to win on the road in the United Center. What's with like me having like big injuries and winning it all? I think in my Magic rebuild, like Paolo got hurt or somebody got hurt and I won the NBA Finals still. I think in like one of my rebuilds, was it the Pelicans rebuild? It might have even been Grizzlies. Like Paolo got hurt as well and I won the finals. I feel like I won without somebody in my Hawks rebuild as well. Is that the cheat code in this game? We're just catching and shooting out here. Oh my God, is this team just goated from 3? Jaren Jackson Jr. knocks down a 3. He's got 31 in this one. I guess it's going to be between Triple J and AJ as the finals MVP. They have Noah Essig out there. I almost traded for him at one point. Anthony Thompson's going to miss his 3. Edey with the board. Let's go. I mean, I think this offense is kind of like a cheat code. We just run pick and roll with Ty Jerome and Edey, and then somebody's going to get open from 3. Triple J again. No, we're not going to get anybody open there. All right, Cedric Coward. Let's see. Can he get to the rim? Right hand, and that is no good. But yeah, the Memphis Grizzlies are going to win the 2029 NBA Finals, post-trading away Ja Morant. I kept a lot of like original Grizzlies as well. Ty Jerome technically won. Edey, Triple J, Wells, GG Jackson, Cedric Coward. That's 6. Technically, Vince Williams is still on the team, so that is 7. Luckily, though, Miami, a team that could trade for Ja. I don't know if they actually would, but you could see the vision there. Got picked 2. Maybe like a Dylan Harper, Giannis type trade. We got a lot of like we got good role players because it wasn't just like the 2nd overall pick that helped us out. It was getting Andrew Wiggins to get the, I mean, Young Hansen, who turned into Mark Williams, who turned into a 1st, but I also got the 4th pick in Malcolm Landry in that deal. I got that. What I get from Detroit, I got a couple firsts in that trade, Sadiq White. So maybe those guys didn't help us out too much, but we were able to develop our young guys. Our pick got Desmond Smith and Brandon McCoy, so some lottery luck on our side as well. And then AJ was good for us. Dash Daniels was good for us as well. He was an aftermath from the Desmond Bane trade. And yeah, this team would have roster flexibility for the future with draft capital. I know we don't own our first this year from the Ja trade, but I own another Detroit pick. I own another pick from the Young Hansen Wiggins trade. It's like that swap worse between Milwaukee and Boston. I own the Clippers first round pick for taking on Paul George's contract, trading away Santi Aldama and Nikola Jovic, who I got from Ja Morant and Jovic. And it looks like AJ DeBanza is going to be your finals MVP. And finals MVP, AJ, who averaged 28, 10, and 5. Absolute superstar. And I hope you guys enjoyed my trading Ja Morant Grizzlies rebuild. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on this Ja news that happened over the weekend where he gets suspended. I now know that they lost to the Toronto Raptors. So what do you feel about the direction of the Memphis Grizzlies going forward? If you did enjoy it, I would appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments, like I said, what you guys think. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.